Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to The Last Spell. We originally had a Cornish first look of this game when it came out a while ago, and it has been in heavy development ever since. And they are reaching the final sort of stretch of the road. The game is scheduled to be out of early access in the early part of the first quarter of 2023. And a lot has been done in the game so far. So I thought I'd sort of jump back in and have a look at it. This game is basically a turn-based wave survival strategy game, or tactics game, realistically speaking. You have heroes, you're trying to basically protect the last bastion of humanity against the encroaching night. And it is a very fun game. I've been holding off doing any major series about it yet because it has been undergoing a lot of development, and there's no point trying to do a Let's Play series when they release a patch and your save gets basically deleted. So I've been holding off, but I thought I'd give it a second Cornish look over just to sort of see what has been changed, because quite a lot has been changed since then. A lot of the core features have been tweaked, new maps have been added. So let's just give it a look. So first of all, let's check out the options. Let's see. Production phase warnings, that's all nice. Having the ability to basically toggle these on and off is always nice to have. We could reset the campaign if we wanted to. I am tempted to do that. The thing with The Last Spell is that it's a continual campaign, which it is a roguelike. So every time you lose, there is outside campaign progress which is made, which then goes back into basically making the next game easier and the further you get into the game. And that's how that's how it is that you win, by stacking up the wins. So I am tempted to reset the campaign, but yeah, why not? I don't know. Indus is my name at the moment. But that's nice to see. The displays are all up and going, which is nice and lovely. Audio is nice. Controls. This is as someone who does a lot of playing computer games and doing reviews for YouTube. This is a nice amount of menus. Having the screen sake to be able to go down is always nice. So that's a nice option setup. You also have an ability to view the opening sequence again, which is always nice to have, especially if you want to record it. And let's do a new campaign. So here's the starting Gildenberg. And here's the new location. We can't select the new location yet, I think, probably because the game is going to say you have to play through the tutorial mission or something like that. So let's press that. Okay, here we go. You can do standard difficulty, we can go easy mode. Personally, standard difficulty is hard enough. I normally go easy mode and just grab a bonus hero, because having an extra hero early on is really powerful. An abandoned mine hidden deep in the mountains. Yeah, excellent. But personally, I find having an extra starting hero is nice. Also, this will allow us to show off the new feat system that they've put in. Can't go to the new location yet. I suppose this is because we have to clear this location first. Thing I will also say. Here we go. The only thing I will also say about this game, one of the reasons I have been slightly reluctant to do a Let's Play series in it, is the fact that you only have one save. This is one of the few issues I have with roguelikes, is that if you only have a single save slot, it's not unattractive for Let's Players to do a series on, but it makes it a lot more difficult, especially if errors pop up or problems, or you lose a save file. It can become a bit problematic. Okay, so let's see who we have as heroes. Character sheet. We have Sandra. Let's see, she's We can do customization, all these things, all these colors change. That's nice. Portrait parts, very nice. Hair, face. So we can actually, yeah. I mean, this is nice to see. But there has been some quite big overhauls, so it's good to see. So what we have a gladiator, very good. A little bit of resistance, and so basically she's going hard with just being a pure physics, like blunt force trauma kind of person. Have an axe with some abilities, which is nice. Always good to see. You can see the different abilities being shown off. Yeah, this takes me a second. I haven't played this for a while, so just getting used to seeing all the things again. So all the abilities being shown off, very nice, but a very straightforward brute force kind of character. Who's next in the turn order? Curcio. He's a poacher, so he's probably going to be a ranged character. Yeah, he's got a wooden pistol, very nice. Range is 1 to 4, so he's relatively close range, actually. Yeah, all of his abilities are close range. Not bad. He starts off with a charm, which is very, very nice. Scatterbrain, lack of experience is going to hurt, as is a low dodge chance considering that he has to get close. Aviv. It's a warlock. Hemophilic. So basically means he bleeds a lot. Yeah, so less health regain, which is not nice. And less dodge, which is a bad combination. So we're really going to have to keep her. Ooh. As you can see there, base is supposed to be 11, so he gets 1. We really have to not allow her to get hurt if we can help it, because she is not going to get health back. Has another little charm, which is nice. A couple of spells. What's the range like? It's okay, not great. And our final character, Isaac, farmer, so generally is melee based. Methodical and a brute, so he's more, yeah, he's another physical character. And has a rusty dagger. So he's basically a VIP sniping. He's the guy you send after elite troops, and he comes with basic AOC. He did as well. These will be unlocked probably because of passives that we've already unlocked in the game. Can't remember exactly what we have unlocked, because you could only look at your passives or upgrades that you've unlocked after a game when you lose a current run. Nothing in the character stacks, and here is the reworked perk system. As you can see, previously it was a lot more linear, and the developer said it basically was harder to have new feats and stuff added to it. But each character now has a unique feat tree, as it were. You have a standard one for basically melee, arcane, and range. And then you have individual ones per character, as you can see here, so we switch between them. All the characters' ones basically shift. Some are more different than others, which is nice to see. Right, so with that done, choose our starting heroes. Tainted Essence, which is basically what we use for upgrading purposes. We've got no money, we've got no resources, we've got 2 workers. Okay, so let's have a look at this new map. Because it's supposed to be a remote mining colony. From the looks of it, this does seem like they've introduced a much more the beginning of the narrative of the game. Because when I first played this, it was a lot more sort of like, here's the starting map, good luck. Now it seems a lot more depth has been put into it. So we need to basically place our characters. Since they are coming from this direction, we probably want to try and hold this line. She cannot get hurt. That's restoration. And her ability suck. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, she actually doesn't have a lot of decent. She has some okay, decent attack spells, but it's so short range. We actually. The thing about this game that you have to remember, this game is that if you get a bad starting combination of characters, sometimes it's just better to basically throw in the towel and restart, which is one of the things I do not like about this game. Is the fact is that if you have a bad series of starting characters, there's a really strong emphasis just to throw in the towel, which is not something I like. I don't like it where games are sort of like, oh yeah, go ahead. You don't like the starting thing, just throw it in. I don't personally like that. But there we go. So let's see if we can survive the night. Okay. Movement points. If we take her all the way down to there, it's not going to be great. His ability gives him some range, so let's... if we move him there, though, he's going to get shot. So let's start off with... a single shot, and then we'll have him back over there. No one else can get within range easily. They have to smack through the blocks there. So let's move him up to basically block. You can do multi-attack, but that's going to take up stamina. I'm going to have her run down here. And you're going to basically put arms on yourself. We're going to basically wait. Okay. Here we go. How many do I kill again? I know the game is supposed to tell you when we get to the end of the night. But let's start by pruning out some of the hordes, shall we? A nice hit. Pull him back. Intimidating Scream is debuff. This is a scythe attack, so you need to get there. We butcher a whole bunch of them. And yeah, let's just punch you to death. We still have enough actions to pull back. You can basically rush straight down here because you've got a lot of movement, and you can just assassinate. You, on the other hand, have absolutely nothing. This character is going to be such a pain. Because if she gets hit at all, it's really bad news. Let's do restoration. No, not used to do that yet. Yeah, like, this isn't a great combination of characters, unfortunately. Let's move here. Okay, so he's breaking through that barricade. You can do something. And then we'll follow it up with this one here. Nice little bang for buck spell. Now he needs to get out of the way. You need to basically just take care of some of these guys. Where would be the most impactful? That one's still up. That's unfortunate. Let's get here. And just pick off some of the more injured opponents. They're going to be dead soon enough from bleeding so they can fall back. They're going to get... The furthest they can get is to this range here, so she can move into defend. Out of movement is not great. That can move, that one can move. Get here, and we're going to do... What ability does do? Nor's armor, so it's not so much of an issue. Let's go with... No. Let's just do a normal attack. So some movement points. I don't think we can use them though. And take care of him and use a bit of mana to do it. Okay, end the turn. Okay. Now we can get to doing stuff. Hit that, fall back. Hit them. They're bleeding, so they should take more damage, and that's unfortunate. Let's just do a couple of basic strikes. Pull back, there's 30 of them left. Let's get here. Do a few combinations through units to try and get some of them down. And then fall back. These guys are annoying, and I don't want to use up too much mana if I can help it. They are slowed though, which is nice. Let's get here. And let's... Let's just stab some people. And then fall back. Yeah, like unfortunately his thing is starting to go down, so we do actually need to make some headway against these guys. Okay. It is worth it, even though it's not great. It still does a ton of damage, so we're using up a lot of mana. So let's get here. Bad damage roll. Let's get her here. Man, her abilities are so bad. They're so close range. Let's get that up and let's move her away. I missed one as well, so she's got to take a load of damage in this turn then. She's got no movement points left. Those guys are coming. Let's move one here. Get him, get him, get him. And fall back. Man, there's so many. I got a bad draw of character abilities, unfortunately. It's not great because the mage is he's got no ability to her whatsoever to actually get stuff done, and she bleeds, and it's one of those things where you're trying to keep her out of harm's way all the time. Okay. No, it won't propagate because it might go down this way. Or at least we stun some of them. Have Har move back. His mana won't come back for a while yet, which is a pain. So they're stunned, so they won't do anything this turn. Right. Dodged, which is unfortunate. Let's pull back to there, though you can get us, which is annoying. Those two can't because they're bleeding, which is blocking those two down. No range at all with this character. Get him up. A bit more movement. Those guys are stunned for another round, so that's fine. Okay. Now we're deep in enemy territory, we need to get out. Let's run down this way. Try and salvage the situation. Okay. That one is going to come and hit us. Those guys can't. It's just that bloke at the back, which is annoying. He hasn't got any movement left either. Oh, we can shoot him. can't get line of sight, so there's a couple of guys down there that are going to push up. So he needs to fortify up. Let's end the turn. Okay. Let's just clear out the few remnants that are left. Man, her abilities. I know every time I just say it, but it's just, you just look at it, it's like... Just, you just look at it and it's just like... it's such a bad use for a spellcaster. Just take care of these guys. Right here. Got a little bit of mana back, not a lot. Everyone leveled up, which is good. No one died, everyone is alive, so we've got full ranks. Everything's perfect, we've got S rank, which means we get an item out of it as well. And we got basically the after game resource that you use to basically essence. The team's essence that you use to basically upgrade things. From killed monsters, from quality over quantity. Basically we get different bonuses, it's all very nice. So let's get that out of the way. Comes the morning. So you could trade some stuff. We've got characters that could level up. Yeah, production, all this kind of jazz. Let's first have a look at the level up system because this is where the new feats are. So this bit is very similar to the base game, well, the original, well, the previous iteration of the game, where you can basically pick a couple. You can pick basically a perk. So let's see what we can get. We get more armor. It'd be nice for her because he actually is supposed to be a melee-based character. These are all common though. Let's have a look at anyone that's particularly good. Let's see if there's any uncommon traits that have come through. Physical range damage isn't great. Well, it's ranged damage, it's not arcane damage. Yeah, no one got anything particularly great, unfortunately. For her, having just straight up armor is nice. So we've got to grab some armor. And for the secondary attributes, you've got accuracy, daily health regen. That's really nice, actually. From 11 to 31, that's really powerful to get. And then we look at the perk tree. So we could get her sprint, which unlocks the ability to basically restore movement points in exchange for some health. Could be useful for her. Improve mana and regen, which is not bad. Steady aim, which basically will boost her aiming skill. These are the standard ones you get for basically each of the common classes. Now these are the more interesting ones. We could do leapfrog, allows you to jump over enemies. Cheer, buff the damage of an ally, or armor is increased by 110 of the hero character's daily health regen. That could be really nice if we can get an item to boost it. So I may not pick up any of her perks just yet. Let's see what we can see in the shop. For him, let's see. Let's level him up. He's a ranged character. His primary ability though is really heavy on the mana drain. So we either want to have something which boosts his mana regeneration or just give him more mana. I'm probably going to go with just giving him... We can just give him more health, that's always good. Physical damage, what's the weapon type he's using? Range damage, yeah. Okay. We could re-roll for him, or just give him a bit more health. Let's go for some more health. And for that, we're probably going to pick up mana regeneration. He's got such a low one, but his ability is so powerful. Okay, this is the troublesome character that we need to have a look at. Physical range damage. Physical damage. Or range damage and physical damage. None of that's great, and these aren't really interesting, so let's reroll for her. Yeah, damage or movement points. So armor movement points. Probably gonna go movement. Probably gonna go armor for her. Sorry, because she's such a close range mage. And yeah, definitely get daily mana regeneration for her. And for him, he is a melee character. Yeah, definitely. If melee character, physical damage going up would be good. Yeah, physical damage. And then combined with opportunism is not bad. Basically, multiple applied to damage dealt to target with negative alterations. Basically, this goes up with if the enemy has debuffs on it. This multiply goes up. If you go over a single target, it's momentum, accuracy. Accuracy is pretty good if you actually want to hit stuff in this game. Yeah. Could be useful. Especially against higher enemies when you need to hit them. But I do like the health regen. So it means you're not wasting resources on getting them basically healed up after fights and everything. Okay. Before we go into the perks, we have obtaining essence that we can spend. And this is new. So yeah, there's basically two individuals per level. Well, there's two individuals at the end of a level that you basically interact with to spend this currency to upgrade permanent things in game. This is one of them. The other one is on the other side. You'll see in a second. Right. So with the 2000 Tainted Essence that we have, we could unlock something new if we wish to have it. I don't think we actually have enough Tainted Essence to do anything with her yet. Most of the stuff unlocks new items, tiers of equipment, and building materials. That's predominantly what she does. On the other side of the scale, you have this other goddess, and see her stuff. This is basically her stuff. You don't use Tainted Essence. You use it by accumulating by completing feats. So, for example, build defenses, so we can unlock that. And then have heroes reach 12 movement points. These are like goals, like achievements that you can reach. And by doing that, you unlock these permanent things, like the one we just unlocked, which I believe it should be at the top of the turn order. If not, it's going to be at the bottom. Here we go, stone walls. Unlocked Stonewall's defense is sturdier than wooden counterparts, but at the cost of blocking line of sight. Which basically means that we can now build stone walls in our settlements, which are much stronger and harder to break down. It is saying that we have enough resources to basically get something. Or if I'm... Yeah, here we go. More hand crossbows. I didn't pick up the more hand crossbows because I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. And I probably was saving up to get the additional mage, which allows us to increase the rate of the ritual. Production complete. Let's see what we get there. We got a new weapon. So we unlocked a new weapon that we can gift to someone. So here we go. Let's change it out for her. Two-handed magical weapon, uncommon. Down at the bottom below the description of the weapon, you can basically see what the area effect the weapon has. So okay, that's fine. Let's see. No, stupid game. So yeah, see, this one has a bit more area of effect than the previous wand. This is just a leather cap, which gives some dodge and some resistance, and this is a range weapon. It's better than the current one that our hunter has. Longer range. I'm tempted to get this, to be honest. With that done, we can have a look at things we can build. Or we can buy new gear if we wanted to. Ooh. Epic level gear already. Lovely. Very nice. But obviously if you're spending money in here, you're not spending it in the shop. Or you're not spending it in building items. So before we do anything, let's see what's anything that we want to build, because building stuff is expensive. Scavenger's camp gives some materials when production is complete. Production increases. Let's see. It's been a little bit of time since I have done this. Number of workers, which is basically workers are these guys which you can apply to tasks. Having more of them allows you to basically do more tasks. Give some material when the production is passively doing production phase. Okay. Basically, having this location allows you to basically passively get materials you can use to upgrade. Gold mine allows you to get gold passively. Temple can restore some health to the heroes during production phase with help of worker. That's for mana use. Shop. What's preventing us from getting it? Do we already have a shop? House. Oh, we already have a shop. Okay. Armorer basically create defensive item. Blacksmith makes weapons. Makes basically, so these three item shops here basically make equipment. This one makes magical items. Then you have an inn for getting heroes, which is pretty important early on, and a seer which can receive additional data about the next enemy horde. Personally, early on, with the money that we have, I like to grab something like the gold mine, which produces additional resources. So where do we want to put that? Probably put it here, which will produce additional gold next turn, which is always nice. How much is the question? Right. With what money we have, though, do we want to grab anything from the shop? Helmet level. A low level helmet would be nice. Additional block. Additional armor would be good. better wand. There's so many good weapons here. It's always so hard to choose. That's a single hit, fortunately. Yeah, that novice staff is just terrible. I'd rather get something like this for her, like the journeyman's wand. I might actually do that. Even though it's expensive and costing us a lot of gold, it will still allow us to basically keep our warlock, who's basically going to get her head kicked in if she gets within range. Resistances, some block, stun chance. Nothing that really stands out, to be honest. What's the difference between this one and this helmet? You're basically just getting opportunism. Yeah, we'll grab it. So use that up. So we can go to our inventories. You can have the bow as a secondary weapon. So you can have the wand. And the helmet. And now we can pick perks. Probably going to go with... There was one that here, but yeah, armor's coming with daily health regen. So let's grab that. So she's trained in that now, which is fantastic. Wait, that was the wrong character. Ah, curses. So anything else? Post and throw. Jump. Steady aim. Sprint of actually might have been useful for him. Mana growth. Nothing terrible. His stuff is actually pretty bad, to be honest. But you don't... That helmet is not for you. So he gets that helmet. Off the damage. But we get that because he gets a bit more armor, which is always lovely. For him... That's not so bad with his new range weapon. Because he just basically fires from a distance now. That could be good. Quick reload, uses the quick reload skill, allows to restore one use of all skills in the current weapon set. Actually, that's pretty nice. So let's get that for him. For her, quick reload, post and throw. Mana growth. Since he's supposed to be a mage, having that for her is pretty powerful. Then basically get magical fuel probably next time down on the turn order. Or just get her more XP. It's probably what I'm going to get for her. But they're all done and finished. So this is all relatively the same. Bought new gear. We can spend materials on upgrading things. They're not coming from that direction yet. So probably what we want to do is you do want to start throwing down some better... You can't reinforce that, that's a shame. Probably want to start like throwing down some barricades. But you can see here we can now build stone walls, which are very nice. Reinforced stone walls, yeah. Expensive though. Put that down there. Get that. Just sort of close up some of the gaps that we have in the perimeter. Unless they can come down this mountain range, and then that would be problematic. All that's done. And then we have these guys, which are workers. Yeah, let's assign one worker there. Which to allow us to get more resources next turn. And the other one... Yeah, let's demolish a building. So that was a ruin, so we could get rid of it for resources. And I pressed the wrong thing. Curses, scavenge. Yeah, that's my mistake. I'm a bit rusty, folks. So do we want materials or do we want gold? Let's get materials. So that got knocked down. Okay. And with that, we can throw down some more resources. Probably want to start fortifying this area a bit, because it's weak. Also closing up this gap here would be good. Okay, and then with all that done, we can await the next wave. But as you can see, the defeat tree has been reworked. There's a new map being put into the game, which is very nice. I do like the last spell, but as I said, as it's only a single save, and as it's like undergoing heavy development, I'm still cautious about having it as a series on my channel. If you'd like to see it as a series on my channel, just let me know. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been The Last Spell, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.